Radio Trinidad was the first local station in Trinidad and Tobago, WVDI, operated by the American Armed Forces, having begun a non-commercial service some years before. Michael Lang was at Radio Trinidad from the beginning, 1947, and was already the manager of the station when Ken Gordon joined in 1949. Lang served as country manager for Trinidad, reporting to Ken Murray, managing director and regional manager for Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, and Trinidad. Mr. Gordon describes Mr. Lang as a very quiet, controlled individual. He said he was highly competent and fair-minded, and Radio Trinidad was fortunate to have him. Radio Fusion, a wired radio service, was already in Trinidad. When Radio Trinidad wanted to offer its service on Radio Fusion Trinidad, they turned to Lang. He held the reins, planning and developing the programming that became known as the Golden Network. Approximately 10 years later, Radio Guardian also offered its service, the Silver Network, on the Radio Fusion box. The era of the Golden Network was a time of transition, both in services being offered and the look of who the presenters were. Out of this transition, encouraged and assisted in their development by Lang, came the likes of Trevor MacDonald, Ashton Chambers, Rodney Webb, Peter Minshall, and Ken Gordon, with whom that transition began. Michael Lang was an excellent cricket commentator, spending a lot of time in the commentary box of the Queen's Park Oval. There is a particular incident of bottle pelting in 1960 when the crowd did not agree with the run-out of a hometown boy. Recounted in an article by Nasser Khan in the Trinidad Guardian some years ago, as Charan Singh made his way back to the pavilion, hundreds of bottles started raining onto the field. There were pleas from the authorities, including Dr. Eric Williams and Larry Constantine, for calm to prevail. It only came after some time had passed. It is said that one of the commentators described the rioters in a particular way, and there began bottle pelting at the commentary box itself, the crowd having heard the comment on the ever-popular transistor radio. The response of the commentators, quote, "This is a running commentary. Right now, we are running. We will give you the commentary later," unquote. Through the diligent direction of Michael Lang, Radio Trinidad covered many social events as evidenced here, including Her Royal Highness Princess Alice, who was the first Chancellor of the University of the West Indies and attended all convocations until she retired in 1971. Escorting Sir Grantley Adams and Lady Adams at Queen's Hall at what might have been the Lily Ponds concert. The broadcast of Scouting for Talent on radio, long before it was ever on television. It was a program that led to the discovery of many local artists. Mona Batiste went on to become an international star in Europe, interviewing the likes of Millie Jackson of My Boy Lollipop fame, and covering several other events. The Trinidad and Tobago Publishers and Broadcasters Association salutes this year's awardee, Mr. Michael Lang.